So nobody's running it. These are just it's a process. So how to get rid of this production of this company? Only one thing you can do is pull out the plug. Just take out the power supply craving, and the company cannot exist anymore. The corporations it closes down. So here are the results. The majority of the components and interactions of the model were compatible with the sutras examined. It appears that human beings are basically psychophysical organisms with many feedback loops sustained by nutriments. The personality view, this is mine, this is me, and this is myself, is an illusion based on distorted perception about the five aggregates, and beings cling to it. Ignorance and craving are the two critical components that drive these complex interactions. With removal of ignorance and craving, this organism will cease to exist. So here's the conclusion. This model shows that human being is nothing but a collection of five aggregates, a complex and rapidly changing or impermanent psychophysical organism sustained by nutriments, driven by craving in the background of ignorance. So what do we have to do? This is all the menu part. Now we have to eat the food. If you eat the menu, there is no taste. So we need to really practice. We have to realize, really taste the food. Only way to taste the food is to check it by yourself. You have to experience for yourself. Just keeping awareness of one breath at a time. And pretty much the whole world is literally under your nose. Breathing in and out. It's just the breath. So the six senses are within you. So just you need to taste your own food. So forget about what I said. Just you need to experience and test it for yourself. This could be all wrong. So you need to test your own. Carry on your own experiment in your own mind.
In the fathom long body.
Six.
Everything whole world.
Thank you. Any questions? I think it's a long talk, but a lot of complicated loops. So it's so if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer now. Go ahead.
So sorry, was this like a study you did to build this whole like flow chart and stuff, or is this like something that you just theorized that?
It's a part of it's from the sutras. I took the model of the sutra. Like I read a lot of Buddhist discourses.
Yeah.
And part of it's my own contemplation within.
Okay.
So through meditation. So it's like a first person experience.
Okay.
Right. So
so this is like from your experience.
First person.
Okay.
It's not a third person observation. It's not a real. Although I put it like a real scientific study hypothesis.
Yeah.
It is my own hypothesis, my own experiment. So that's why I asked you to go home and do the same experiment yourself.
Yeah.
Would you mind going back to the slide which had the two stacks of the bamboo?
Yeah, sure. Handro will enlighten us a little bit more on this now.
No, actually, I'm just asking for a short explanation for the folks because they've been annoying. Yeah.
Where is it? Okay, here.
Can I just ask one question?
Sure.
Okay, so
1 second, I just want to once.
So there is the consciousness,
Yeah.
and the name and form.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if you can explain a bit more because consciousness is sometimes categorized under name, right?
Sometimes, but if you
So it's like
now
yeah.
if you see the five aggregates, rupa is something. Now these are the namas, like three namas, and the consciousness, right? Now, for example, with our say rupa, we have to have the rupa to make a nama. Without nama, rupa is the one who is making the nama. So consciousness, sometimes they put under the nama, but it's a separate entity, because consciousness is like, for example, I get a Wi-Fi signal, to this I see a picture, but this is the rupa, right? And the picture is the nama, we are seeing the color and everything, but the Wi-Fi signal is a consciousness. So with that, we make so without consciousness, I can't make a picture here.
Yeah, my question is, would that consciousness be the same with that consciousness? Because there is a consciousness under name. So, when you say rupa, that is one part.
Yeah.
When you say nama, so are the other, 4 parts of the 5 aggregates put onto that.
Yeah.
So then, which means the consciousness and, other rupa, just the rupa is one fall then. I think this would have been like, on one side is the form, the other side represents the consciousness. I'm just asking for a kind of short explanation.
Yeah, now when we look at the Patisampada happening right now, for example, now when you're seeing this picture, right, and your eye is making eye consciousness, right, now, and your eye consciousness making nama, so you dislike the picture, right, that's your feelings. That's a nama. Feelings, your perceptions about this one, and your thoughts about this one. Those are the namas. So those namas will eventually go back to consciousness. Like it'll make another consciousness. That now is the mind consciousness. Now it's in your memory. Now it'll make a mind consciousness. So that's how the nama rupa work together. So the consciousness is important to make this connection.
So what you say is, in the name and form, there is no form of any consciousness?
The rupa itself, now this has no consciousness. This only rupa.
Yeah, I mean on the other stack,
Yeah.
it is said the name and form, which means nama rupa is further divided into 5 aggregates. So then,
Nama rupa is the 4 aggregate consciousness.
so nama rupa is one stack.
Yeah.
Consciousness is one stack.
Yeah. So what they're trying to show is the connection between. In other words, I think this example is taken as show the interdependency.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm asking,
Yeah.
isn't there a consciousness on the other stack which can get synchronized at the same time? Okay, just to think about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
One more question there.
Yeah.
Could you just relate this is an extremely good explanation of the whole process. Thank
Sure.
you very much. But I have a question as to how we relate to your story the impact of Panchanivarana.
Panchanivarana is now.
Just mentioned
Panchanivarana is like the Kamachanda, Vyapada, Thinamida, Uduchukucha, Vichikicha. Those are the Panchanivarana. These are itself are thoughts. In other words, they will kind of hinder your the mind becoming centered. For example, if when you go to meditate, these if you have some kind of anger, say something happened that day, these are the things will disturb your meditation, concentration, sati. Right? So those are like say